Listen, today's video is dedicated to everybody who mentioned this moment in the comment section of my previous video. Listen, you guys kept me laughing, okay? This was hilarious. I can't believe I missed out on it, but this is why we're family. And you guys pointing it out in the comment section, oh my God, I had to see it myself. And after seeing it, I said, oh my goodness, we have to let the rest of the family see this because Zulu is while Nisi is having a real serious discussion, look at him there. He's flipping through the pages. He's like, listen, I cannot follow Mncube.
We're getting a bit confused here because the witness is referring to one page. Now, next thing, she's on another page. She does not tell us in what page is she. Then she starts to talk about the time there. See, I would implore this witness to say, I am now on page 4633, so that we go to that page and then she starts to talk about the time. Now she's saying it's one page, now next thing is on the other page. When you go to that page, it goes back to another page. That is very confusing. We're unable to follow testimony.
Have you not heard when I mentioned 4629 with the time?
Another challenge, ma'am, is you're talking low. Ukhulumela phansi.
You are speaking very low. My apologies for that. You can just place the page number on record. And
he's right. I said that before in my previous video. He is right, because suddenly she's talking about this page and then she flips it. Blah, and then you also don't know, what are we talking about? Are we talking about the 17th or the 20th? And then boom, she just keeps going. And Nisi stands up and he goes, no, I can't. I'm having trouble following you. And Pinky Girl, the spice. She comes in with the spice and says, did you not hear me? When I said, listen, she didn't get to say what she said because Nisi said, another reason is you talk low, okay? You talk, ukhulumela phansi. And the interpreter, okay, said today is the day. And I saw you guys laughing that I didn't cut out the interpreter as well on the last video. Listen, he did a fantastic job. That was an amazing translation on the money. Now, if he did that for the rest of the video, and I've challenged myself, I'm going to do a video in isiZulu entirely. And it's just going to be the interpreter. And I want to see, can we really follow along the story? I want to see, is this what... You know, someone who's listening to this in isiZulu for the first time, they're relying on the interpreter. What does the story sound like? What does the story sound like? Okay? That's going to be a challenge I'm going to do. Probably I'll do it on the weekend. Because, yeah, I need patience to listen to him. But, oh my goodness, let's also talk about... Let's go into Mr. Tabo Bester. While we're on the Nisi topic, I mean, Nisi's been quite revolutionary this week, okay? He brought the complaint about accused number 3 and his treatment in CMAX, solitary confinement, when he's not a convicted felon, although he's there for attempted murder charges. But I digress. Let me stay focused. So he's having trouble. It's got to do with his hygiene. He hasn't had a bath since Thursday. Today's Thursday. I wonder if what he was complaining about has been resolved. Why? Take a listen to what Baloyi did to us. Take a listen to how Baloyi just closed the door on us.
Come to court to address those issues. He's indeed at court. And for the past couple of minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, we've been having a meeting with him, as well as the head of prison, and we're about to reach consensus as to the way forward. We feel that maybe this is something we can resolve amongst ourselves and the head of CMAX prison and the area commissioner, Mr. Koza. I think if the court were to be so indulgent as to afford us maybe another 10 minutes or so, we should be able to resolve those issues and then to resume the proceedings.
Okay, so I must give you 10 minutes.
Yes, 10 minutes.
I'll give you 15.
So there, you heard it for yourself, and that's as much as we will ever know about what happened behind that closed-door meeting that Baloyi heard with whoever's in charge of the prison services. And did accused number 3 have his bath? Did accused number 5 have his bath today? We do not know. Will they have a bath tomorrow? Depending on what Advocate Baloyi negotiated, we don't know. But the reason I bring that up is it feels like Tabo Bester, kind of shook up the system. And he did that on national TV, right? So, that's how we see Mnisi coming back, because he did make this request last year. He spoke about Guatemala, if you remember. And it just kind of trickled down, died out. Nobody did anything about it. But then now that it's winter, the guys are crying about the cold water situation. And, Baloyi said, don't worry about it. Judge Rata, okay, we'll handle it. Just give me 10 more minutes and this will be a done deal. They did their 10-minute thing and he came back and Pinky was on the stand and everything went about. No update, no update. Let me know if you have heard of what the update was with regards to that issue. But I believe that Tabo Bester did the thing. Tabo Bester, as he said, is the most famous prisoner ever of all times. And, if there's one thing he should be proud of, he's been able to help other inmates get more humane conditions. Let me know in the comment section down below what your thoughts are. And you know what? Let me know in the comment section as well by typing a 1 if you agree that Tabo Bester is certainly the most famous inmate in all of Mzansi here in South Africa. Now, let's listen in a bit on his speech that he gave that possibly could be the reason or the inspiration for change in the prison system, especially over there by CMAX.
I am treated with 2 hours of family visits for 30 minutes. I am given 1 consultation or 2 if I am lucky. And in that process, I am kept in a hole by myself with no one on site. They have removed the EST people that were outside my door now. I feel that my life is in danger because of the fact that the people that are responsible for this charge, I am under their hands. And for me to be able to do that, I need to be allowed for them to come to the prison. But I'm not. I have 2 months left in the time period that I have to serve in CMAX. But I know for a fact that I will not be treated fairly and be released as anyone else, because there's a time period that you serve in a prison like that. There is no human rights in that prison. Jix wrote a report by Judge Cameron that he has submitted in Parliament and gave to a portfolio committee that correctional services, CMAX and Coxstar are unconstitutional. They are violating every single right that the fundamental structure of this court exists on. And I believe that if I don't speak for myself, who's going to do that for me?
I am presently reading the Tabo Bester and Dr. Nandipha Makudumana book. And in that book, there's a part where they talk about Nandipha ran to court, because she was trying to get the body of Tabo Bester, the one that burned down, which we know now to be Katlego Bereng. And she went to the courts and she said, listen, that's my man. Okay, that's my man. Please release his body to my custody. We are customarily engaged. And then she writes the story in that affidavit that she submitted to the court. And she said, Tabo Bester studied law, that Tabo Bester has an LLB. Let me tell you something, the way I laughed when I read that sentence, because I said, what, I guess she wasn't wrong. Tabo Bester is quite the talker. I mean, look at him, he represented himself. Unfortunately, it just doesn't work in the South African courts. You have to be represented by somebody who actually sat for the LLB. So yeah, I just wanted to share that little piece of information with you. Let me know in the comment section down below if you want me to do a review of the book. Type a 2 down below. Let me know if you want me to do a video on the book. But now I want you to watch what James Cameron had to say about the prison conditions. Now, this was done around 2020. My question is 2020, literally 4 years ago, sir. Why haven't you done anything about it? The irony is he is the guy in charge, He is the guy in charge and he knows that CMAX is horrible, unconstitutional, inhumane. You name it, he knows this already. We also know who used his report as well to make sure that she doesn't get a bail? The former Speaker of the House. Yeah, I find that quite ironic that she used that and she was granted bail because she said, there's no way I can be in prison while I await trial. I'm old and the prisons are horrible, I'm afraid that they might touch me in a certain way that my husband hasn't touched me in a while. Okay, I'm kidding. She didn't say that. But you know the touching I'm talking about.
So let us go then to the issue of incarceration. We are living in a constitutional state, and one of the Constitution's provisions is that prisoners must be provided with conditions which are consistent with human dignity. That was the promise that the Mandela-era Parliament and the Mandela-era presidency made, and it was a promise as much to Mandela, who suffered inhumane conditions for many years of his imprisonment. And we have not kept that promise. There are many constitutional promises that we haven't kept. People like me, judges, we didn't keep our promises of sufficient socioeconomic rights, but we also have failed in prisons.
I want us to go to the 20th of August.
It's already 25 minutes past 3, my lord. We've been listening to the numbers ever since in the morning. Our memory, our concentration is failing. I do not intend to disturb the state, my lord. But please, in the interest of humanity and in the interest of being able to follow what is happening here, it should also be considered that mind is a very subtle, I mean, it's a very thing, my lord. It gets tired. Our mind is tired, my lord.
Hey, they say their minds are tired.
Yes.
My lord, you can adjourn until tomorrow, 10.
Are you available tomorrow, ma'am?
Yes, my lord.
That is also for the witness as well, because I can see when she's looking at the figures, and I think to some extent she's also been bailed out.
Okay, we adjourn until tomorrow at 10.
Okay, Mzansi, I think Mnisi did a fantastic job, interrupting Swanda on behalf of the nation, on behalf of Pinky, on behalf of the defense team, and I certainly am sure on behalf of Baloyi as well. So he took the courage. He said, you know what, I'm going to take one for the team. I'm going to stand up. But I love how he did it with absolute humility. So if you notice at the beginning of the video, he stood up with absolute irritation at Pinky and the lack of information with regards to which pages they're on. But because now he knew, you know what, Judge Rutter said in his courtroom, he doesn't want people just standing up and interrupting. He wants the defense to allow the state to finish what they're doing and then interrupt or object. So he stands up with complete humility, because we all know Judge Rutter, you've got to learn his character and you've got to know how to get his attention. So he says, you know what, I'm going to stand up with the utmost humility, because what I'm even going to ask for, this man might tell me to sit down. And you guys know Judge Rutter has done that to Mnisi already before. Okay, let me know in the comment section. Type a 4 if you remember when Judge Rutter said to Mnisi, sit down. Okay, I digress. So Mnisi says to the judge, listen, I do not intend to disturb the state. Okay? And then from then he goes on to say, it is 3:25 p.m. Our concentration is failing, okay? In the interest of humanity, because this video is all about human rights from start to finish, whether it's for inmates or it is for the defense team or anybody who had to listen to those numbers. I think, though, that Mnisi failed us, the viewers, okay? We had to sit through that as well. We had to sit through all those readings, all those towers, all those locations, all that time. And they love to include the seconds as well. We do not care. But anyway, I digress. You know what? And he says, in the interest of humanity, our mind is tired, my lord. That is also stands for the witness as well. To some extent, she has also been bailed out. And Judge Rutter says, it is what it is. Everybody, let's go. So court is adjourned until tomorrow. Let me know in the comment section if you thought Mnisi was well within his right to speak for his humanity. Type a 5 in the comment section down below if you support Mnisi's move. And, you know, I think it's good that we learn how to speak for ourselves, because sometimes I see it in the comment section. People be wanting to eat me alive. For my opinion, But you know, there's some people who come with all their guns fully loaded. And then there are people as well who come to me and they tell me what it is they agree or disagree with. And you know what? I can have a conversation with that. So, you know, it all boils down to presentation. So think about that. The next time in your environment, you have to speak up for your humanity, for your rights, for your constitutional rights. And that brings this video to an absolute end. Thank you so much for watching. This is Mzansi Unfiltered. Remember to drop a like in the video, okay? Thank you for 1,000 likes in my last video. You guys are awesome. I told you before, it warms my heart when you do it. So please make sure you do the same over here. Let's get to 1,000 likes. Mzansi as well. A few housekeeping items. Before you leave, please remember to subscribe if you've been watching us from outside the club. We're nice in here. Make sure you subscribe, okay? Hit that notification bell so you don't miss another upload. If you've made it this far in the video, we haven't forgotten the purpose that we are all gathered here is justice for Senzo Meyiwa. Please drop a soccer emoji down below and type justice for Senzo Meyiwa, because I feel we need the state to know that we still are waiting for justice for Senzo Meyiwa. Who killed Senzo Meyiwa? We still do not know today, despite all the readings of those numbers. We have no clue who it could be. But I love that we're on the 205s for those that were in the house. But look at me starting more conversation around the video as I'm doing my closing. But Mzansi, if you've made it this far in the video, you absolutely have my heart. Thank you so much. Please remember to drop an emoji in the comment section. So even just say hi. Why? Because if you don't comment, I actually don't know that you watched the video. And I love to know my family members. So please make sure you drop me a comment down below. And that is it from me today. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll catch you on my next upload. If you've missed a couple of videos, you should see some suggestions for you to watch over here. Make sure you do that and catch another video. Don't forget to like it as well. And as well, hit the join button. It is right there. The link is in my description box if you want to become a member of our family. Now, membership is absolutely affordable. And what does it do for you? It enables you to use our custom emojis in the comment section down below. And the more of you that are there, the more emojis I can create and know that you guys want to play with them. And you know what? I'll do that on a separate video because I cannot believe somebody said Teletubbies. But you know what? Stay tuned for this video on Teletubbies. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you on my next upload.